Oops, too far. Hello. Good morning. Good morning to me. I know it's not morning for everyone. Let me do a quick refresh on YouTube side real quick. Okay, now everything looks right. Everything looks right. What did we think of the thumbnail? I kind of worked on that right before stream. What's up, Darkish? Let me add the store stuff. I was so productive this like my 2 days off. You wanna know how many things I did for the channel? Fucking 0. I didn't do shit. I was wiped out every day after work, and I didn't have much. I was so fucking tired after work a lot of times, and I was like, I want to start doing something, and then I would immediately just fall asleep. I was so wiped out. I was just like, all right, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna work on whatever. I don't even remember. And then I proceeded to like sit in my chair for 2 seconds and go, I'm gonna fall asleep in 3 seconds, so I better go lay the fuck down. So I didn't get to actually do much for the channel outside of just relax for 2 days. Like relax, which is something I haven't done in a while. Usually on my 2 days off, I'm trying to figure out a video, work on a video, edit a video, that kind of stuff. I always try to do something to be productive. What's up, Darkish? And dinner, good roasted dinner. I will say, I do like the thumbnail. The thumbnail I worked on this morning. I'll pull it up here. I'll pull up the full iteration of it. And I was trying to think of like a way to make sure it stays unique. And so I was like, oh, I gotta put my little guy in the corner. I gotta put my little dude in the corner. But everything else kind of came together pretty nice. I like I said, I asked you guys for people to like take inspiration from, and a lot of people do that, like the way I did this thumbnail, or it's their face, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna put my face in it. Y'all don't need to see my ugly mug. I'm also deciding whether or not I need to shave. My beard's getting long. I got it trimmed last time I got a haircut, but dude, a haircut and a beard trim's $30. It's just all like, oh fuck. You had a kill team game yesterday, and loser by 8 points. I don't know how kill team works yet, man. I gotta practice. And a big guy in one. You took his leader and a big guy in one counterattack. Oh. Like I said, I don't know much about kill team. I did share something in the Discord, and I have to join my little private Discord server call. This is to just have the Fugi pop up. Let me find out what I shared. Oh, speaking of kill teams, thank God let me pause the music I was listening to. I do not need to be dealing with copyright strikes. I found a Mortar Factors like kill team upgrades. I thought this was kind of cool. Now you'd probably have to shave off the iconography for all of these because they run a lot of Phobos. But I saw this and I'm like, this is kind of dope. This is kind of dope. It wasn't really hard to find, and I have found like the skull head as well. So I found those and I'm like, oh, I'll share it to the Discord. So it's in the Discord under STL files. That's what it's under. Morning. I am so sorry. That was my drink rubbing against the microphones. It's not that much just a slight different rules, but took two guys the last-ditch effort to win. So you had 7 points, and he had 15, went down in a good fight. Oh, speaking of playing Warhammer, I definitely did not even try to play it. I definitely didn't even try to play 11th edition. I said, you know what, I'm gonna, during this little break, I'm gonna play me a game of 11th edition. I have everything set up, and I was just all like, oh, I kind of forgot to even try to do that. Dude, it's been hot. It's been miserably hot. I don't know. I know most of y'all are use improper measurements, but you guys use most of y'all go by Celsius. It was 90 degrees almost every day. It was 90 degrees almost every day this week, and I've just like been drenched in sweat. And I'm just like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore. I just want to go inside and stream. But then on my 2 days off, I was like, you know what I need to do? I need to actually just kind of take it easy, and that's what I did. Definitely join the Discord for that. Well, there's a whole a whole STL file location, so you can share STL locations. Let me adjust you guys. I've never figured out a really good camera angle for this. I've been doing this for a while, and I still don't have a great camera angle for it. What is this going to look like? That's this really stiff brush. I really like soft brushes for dry brushing. That is 100% a preference. I totally understand that. Oh, you're definitely going to join the Discord? Definitely. As long as if the link in the description does not work, please let me know. I will give you a proper link. I need to just make it so you can type !Discord and it'll pop up. Oh, if you're going to ask what I'm doing, is I'm making sure the brush is soft enough, because sometimes these things will get stiff, so I'm just basically working it to make sure all the bristles are going to be soft. Okay. But, yeah, no, the one thing I've kind of learned about 11th edition is, hold on, let me focus on that, is, Purge the Foe is awesome. Purge the Foe, Reconnaissance, Take and Hold are probably going to be the most common force dispositions. If you haven't played any of 11th, force dispositions are like your mission setups. So it'll choose what you actually get to play with. It basically sets you up for missions based on your detachment. I fucking hate airbrush. I almost said airbrushing. I hate dry brushing. But I was just like, you know what? I want to sit there. I sat and looked through a bunch of different force disposition stuff and everything, and I was like, oh, this is fucking awesome. There was so much stuff that was just easy. Oh, fuck yeah, I'm so happy about that. The question is, what are we painting this afternoon? Because I have no idea. Well, it's going to be Space Marine related. Not orc stuff yet. I want to try to get the orc model done before... I want to try to get it done before I really start painting a bunch of it. Okay. Let those sit. And we'll knock out these power packs. I will say I will probably try to make one of these a Mortifactor. Wait a second. Wait a second. No. No. No, I thought I had one. This would probably be the closest one that I could do that to, due to the fact that there's only a skull in the center, and that would fit the motif of the I almost said it. Are they exorcists? What are they? Mortifactors. I'm thinking of an entirely different chapter. Exorcists. And I don't even think they're called exorcists. I don't necessarily remember what they're called. But it's fine. It's fine. Let's just get these knocked out. Welcome back, Darkish. I know these are going to be very easy to just knock out very quickly. Oh, I need to definitely make sure I actually clean my brush off in water and not the table cover, like table that I keep it on. That doesn't work very well. But no, it's been fucking miserable. It is July though. It's been miserable around here. Darkish 2.0. What's up, Darkish alt? I will say the Kit Bash video might be put off just a little bit longer, and I say a little bit longer, I mean like hold. I can close that, close that, close that. We back. Some Red Dead. Oh, classic, classic. Are we fucking serious right now? Are we good? Are we good? We're good now. Okay, we're good now. What the fuck? OBS, stop disconnecting. Also, classic game. And I want to show you guys something else I found. These are not mine. You will have to actually go purchase these. But let's just say it would make a very good certain lieutenant. Let me pull up the pictures. So, you know how I love the design of the one lieutenant with a combi weapon? Yeah, I might have found more of it. I really wish the power packs could be separated from the rest of this, but this is like perfect. This is perfect kit bashing bits. Now, I don't like the sword design as much, or like the axe design. This is the artist, by the way. This is the guy who, if you Google him, it'll pop up. But like this stuff is like perfect motifs to Death Watch. Adding like trinkets of kills. Oh my god, the fucking chainsword. Sorry, I haven't seen that yet. That actually looks cool. I lost the position where we were. Then there's like power claws, where it's just these. This would have been perfect for my black dragon that I did. And then there's the power claws. I'm just like, oh, this is awesome. Cool little capes with Xenos bits. A fucking Tyrannid wing cape. That's cool as shit. I actually haven't looked at all these. And then like a forearm power fists. And what else? What else? What else? A pointing. Oh, this is still the same power fist. Where's the shoulder paces? I don't know if this is supposed to be a chain fist. This is $60, by the way, to get all these. Another power fist. He's a fister. Forearm gauntlets. See a Darkish. Oh, what? Darkish. Oh, 2.0 has to go. Okay. played your first game. Oh, hold on. There's the Thunderhammer, some masks. I probably don't plan on using the helmets as much. This would go good as mortifactors, but again, if it was just bits I could throw on, I would have no problem with it. Like a little hook sword, crotch covers, shields, Tyranid shields. Yeah, these are Space Marines. Here it is. Look at how good this is. This is the two things I want the most out of this whole fucking kit. Are those fucking shoulder pads that are like perfect. Like they got the Phobos one and everything. Oh my god. And then like a spear. Sorry, I'm geeking out over something that I really like. And then some Tyranid designs for weapons. A big axe, but yeah, that's 65 euros or pounds or whatever the fuck it is. I'm not European. I don't have to know what everything is. I just thought those were really cool, and I'm all like, I'll share them in the Discord, by the way. I'll actually throw a direct link to that specifically, because that guy has more stuff also. I'm throwing it in the Discord right now. Mod chat, no. Where is cosplay? No. Where STL locations? Paste. Okay. Let's see. I gotta read chat now. I love that design, and that's what I love so much about the lieutenant with combi weapon. I love that design. I love the design of like someone wearing a shoulder pad and everything. It makes sense. It makes sense, and it's cool. All right, let me catch up on chat. Yeah, 3 units of. Why is Twitch talking? Twitch, stop it. Oh, Twitch is offline. That's lovely. You could upscale them for Terminators, probably. Is Twitch just dying? Twitch says I'm offline. I know, Darkish, you like penguins. Okay, no, I'm not offline. I don't know what the fuck Twitch's problem is. Let's set this up to be a lot easier. So, you said you played your first game of 11th edition, 1,500 points. Think your army doesn't work this edition, but the Codex has not come out yet. Yeah, obviously the Codex is going to be for a while. What is your army? 3 units of Deathwing Terminators. Okay. 3 units of Knights. What kind of Knights? A Captain, Librarian, and Chaplain. Cursed windows? Cursed system? Let's hit that. I know Linux has penguins on it. It's the mascot. It's like been the mascot forever. But I'm like trying to think of ways to kit bash more like crazy chapters into the Death Watch. It's kind of a hard thing to do. Back into Warhammer a bit more. A faux zone. I say faux zone. A faux zone 3D printer only costs $100. I don't know how it would do that. $140. If I remember correctly, that 3D printer was $140. Super, super, super easy to work with. And the only thing that sucks about it is it's like brand specific resin, but it works almost 90% of the time. I mean, you could do whatever you want, but I wouldn't mind. I don't know of a Penguins themed chapter. Okay. Put that aside. Let's start on this man. I need to change brushes. I'm still wondering if, like, why YouTube wants me to stream at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning. What am I doing? I'm doing this backwards. No, I wasn't. But I'm gonna plan on actually trying to sit down and play a game of 11th edition, like a little practice game, just to get the rundown and make a video on it. I will also plan on making a video on like setting up Force Org again. And doing all the stuff that you would have to do for that. Get the excess gold out of there. And let's try painting it again. I just need to get more of this gold, because I'm starting to really dislike using it. It's acting more like Vallejo gold. And Vallejo gold's not great. Not great at all. That's just you, man. Good paintbrush, please. No. Anything else need to be gold while I'm messing with it? Nope. I'm just happy that we, I forgot the whole thing I was gonna say. It's early. Cut me some slack. You got early morning Rhino. Early morning Rhino is kind of hungry right now, I'm not gonna lie. I'll eat afterwards. I'll eat after we finish these 2 minis, because once we paint both of these minis, I've got nothing else to paint. I got nothing else ready to paint. I'm not gonna paint the orcs, like I said, until I get the orc model done. Orcified model done. Nope, no corn model yet. That was like the original one, so like I said, that'd probably take a while. Okay, there's that. Okay. Oh, no. I know what I might be doing. Please have leather paint. Oh, no. It's out. It's out. I don't have any more. All right. Guess we're making paint today. You managed to grab tanks for $12 from your store's recycling bin. Cover some holes, and they lack bottoms. A lot of actual tanks lack bottoms in like a Rogel Dorn doesn't have a bottom, which is odd. That's skin tone. We're not doing leather skin today. Okay. Let's do that much Beastie Brown. And then we'll want a little bit of white to brighten the leather up. All right, darkish. Come on. I don't need much white. Just that's plenty. This is the first time we've done this in quite some time. And then I know I'm gonna want some leather brown. Okay. That is not the final step. The final step actually is something I need to buy more of. Airbrush thinner. Yes, I do use airbrush thinner in this. And we want to go a little heavy because it's supposed to be like a wash. Or not a wash. Yeah, like a wash. This has made a lot of paint if this comes out correctly. All right. Let's see if we nailed it. It's a little watery, but that's okay. That's basically the exact same color. Look at that. Look at that. It's been a year. It's been probably a year since I had to make any of that. And I still remember it. I definitely didn't have no confidence in my ability to remember what the fuck I was doing a year ago. Okay, a little. It needs some more paint. It needs more paint. It's a little thin. It's a little too thin. Give me more of that leather, because that's the main color. Shake it up again. I really hope this one works, because we might have put too much in here. You have two turrets, one looks like las cannons, and two non-turreted ones. Short stub mortars. They're similar, but they have long quad cannon las cannon turrets. Fuck, I thinned the paint too much. I went a little too hard. Let's get rid of some excess. Okay. I had to get rid of some excess paint because it's just too thick. It's too thin. It's not thick enough. Mornfang Brown? That's leather. I've put enough leather in it. Who the fuck is my Mornfang Brown? I just had it. Dude, I hate this. I hate this so much. It's always the case. I'm just like, I just used the paint. Now it's gone. Not the Microsoft Teams. Where the fuck? Oh my god. Let me look. Nope, not there. Not there. It's not any of that. Oh, there it is. Duh. Uh-oh. Might be out of Mornfang Brown, which tells me that was probably the base for this last time. Oh, I feel like it's going to be still way too watery. Yeah, it is. There's a reason why that's a problem. It's going to be difficult to use while it's this watery. As I say, as I paint a dark area without any light. It's all right. We're experimenting again. I didn't remember how to paint. I didn't remember how to mix up this anyways. About 8 seconds of spraying paint. I'm measuring by seconds of spray, not amounts that I'm actually putting in. All right, please. That's all bubbles. Let's try that. There we go. That's a little bit better. I'm still going to need to add more. I'm going to figure out the ratios a little bit better off stream. But this will be good enough for this. I will say it'll probably actually help if I just let the paint dry out a little bit. I probably put too much airbrush thinner in. Probably just a touch too much. It smells like a homeless fire outside. Well, that's actually going to be fine. Because it needs to be painted brown anyways. I mean, it's probably true. It's probably the case. Canada lights on fire about as much as California does. Okay. Do this side simple and easy. That's fine. That's fine the way it is. Alright, let me drink something real quick. Okay. I'm gonna let the leather color stuff sit and dry. It's just too thick. But there are other stuff we can paint. Like this. Can hit the prayer. Okay, let's please. Please not be so watery. Alright, I need to get some fresh paint on the palette. And this is the empty bottle. I need to throw the empty bottle away at some point. Where is the non-empty bottle? That's transparent. I need burnt red. What the fuck? Nope, that's bold pyrite red again. Is the belt just a leather brown? It's a mixture of leather Mornfang and it's thinned down. There's the color I was looking for. Clean this off real quick. What's up, Nelson? Leather brown is what a lot of people would use, but I have it thinned down. It doesn't show as well on black as it does on like white bases, but this is what my leather ends up looking like. I'd rather have it a little thin. I actually see a spot that I missed painting when I painted this. I would rather have it really thin for when I'm doing minis that have white base paints. But yeah, that's more of the end result. And then it'll create like, if my camera wants to focus on it. You'll see on the backpack, it creates like little wear spots because it'll be thinner in areas. And if I rub it with my finger, it'll take some of the paint away. I'm not intentionally doing it. It's just when I handle the mini to paint it, because I do just handle the shit out of these minis the entire time. It can't just be brown. Well, the pouches and stuff can be. A lot of times you don't have to overthink it at all. Do this brown, give it an Angrax Earthshade. You do any brown, hit it with Angrax Earthshade, and it'll create dark and light spots. It'll do it easily without you having to like go back and try to do it. I try to do everything in about the simplest, easiest way, just so it can be recreated. That's why, like, my prayers do simple colors. Also, it helps Death Watch. I am thinking about, like, doing a video of once a month. I'm gonna let the community vote on, like, a Space Marine to build and paint. So, like, once a month, it's the community Space Marine, and like we'll do random chapters. So like I'll pick Mortifiers, Executioners, fucking Flesh Terrors, and let me think of another one non-random. Holy fuck, I can't think of one. Raptors. Let's say all those. We're gonna have like a week-long vote to probably see like out of these 4 chapters, what chapter do you want to see me build a Space Marine, and then I'll build said Space Marine from that chapter, trying to find kit bashable pieces, 3D printed pieces, all that good stuff to just try to make it fit and look right. Also, I need to be very careful. The way I'm sitting, because I sit cross-legged a lot, like AK. Okay, it says we're back. Can everything just stop? OBS has been a bitch today, and now my internet just said we're gonna go ahead and restart in the middle of your stream. I need to see if that's it updating, and I need to schedule that to be like at midnight or something. It does not need to be at 4 in the morning, especially since YouTube wants me to fucking stream right now. There's been 53 people stop by stream this morning, and it's been 40 minutes. Deathwatch wasn't a faction until 2016? Oh. There we go. Oh, that's where the Deathwatch Veterans kit came from. Oh. I'm telling you, dude, I will. I'm so mad that the Deathwatch Veterans kit. They need to revamp it. You've ordered Micron pins. Did you get the set or did you just get one? The size matters. The size does matter. Because I bought the set and it has one really tiny one that's perfect. It's also really good to paint eyeballs. God damn it. Dude, I want Deathwatch Veteran kit so bad. That is like the ultimate goal if you're going to have Deathwatch, to just have the Deathwatch kit just to kit bash it. You got the smallest one, 003. Okay. Also, I have had one of those dry out on me, and it was closed off and everything, so I don't know what the fuck that was about. But other than that, though, I haven't had many problems with it. I gotta think of what the fuck I'm eating for breakfast at some point. Oh, let me explain the reason why the stream of painting my chapter master. No, I will not reveal my chapter master yet, but I have an idea for my chapter master. The captain, the Smash captain. So I was originally going to order him yesterday, but my uncle, who I work for my family, and I get paid every other week. He did not know it was pay week this week, so I didn't get paid yesterday. I'll probably get paid today or tomorrow, but that's going to put it off probably till next week where we actually use it. I use a lot of blood for the blood god. I'll show you examples. Oh, do I have any blood? Oh, yes. Where's my pain boy? There you go. Blood like this is very easy to do for me. Get like a really small dry brush, and then what you do is you tap the dry brush in and you stipple all the blood on, so it looks like it's dried and he's just like covered in it. Obviously, I want to do some more work on these orcs, but I'm going to hold off on doing them. That's the way I always do it. And it's dry blood on weapons corny. It's overdone. I am always under the distinct saying of too much of something is a bad thing. So too much of blood is a bad thing. I am a World Eaters fan. My Angron Mini does not have any blood on him except for his weapons, and he has like a pool of blood on his base, and that's it. Because like I said, too much can be a bad thing. Overdoing it isn't great to me. And that's always that's just, in my opinion, overdoing something to like the extreme makes it less effective to be like, oh, that looks cool. So, like, for instance, like, kit bashing stuff, or adding, like, certain things to my space, like, my Death Watch, to, like, spice them up a little bit. Doing that every now and then is fine. Doing it every single time, that's where it's all like, okay, it's not as unique, it's not as cool, it doesn't look as good. Let's see, I need to paint this now. Oh, let me quickly hit his eyes. So that's my thoughts on it. If you want to cover your minis in blood, it's totally fine. But I'm always under the thoughts of less is better. There's my black paint. That's how I've kind of always been on it. That's not even the color I was looking for. I was looking for my copper. That's gold. I think that's the reason why my red Corsairs look so good, is because all of them are different, but they're not like crazy different with like colors of trim and everything. Carefully. That's perfect. Oh, you can't see it very well. I'm sorry. I gotta remember to like try to keep shit centered. Why is everything so dark for you guys? I need to upgrade my camera again at some point. Dang it. There we go. Fixed it. Fixed it. We'll have to let that dry before we hit anything. Let's go ahead and just finish up his helmet. Other than that, hit the ears. How is there gold? Come on. Okay, that's good. Everything else looks good. I need to actually add a little bit of black paint to the backside of this helmet. Okay. Put that aside. And we will work on this. I have to think. I don't have any chapters set out for these intercessors yet. So give me a little bit of time to do that at some point. I fucking hate this. Well, I can see that I need to go ahead and paint some black first. I hate this little, like, strap bolter coming all the way around. Because It's not flat and it doesn't sit flush and it bothers me. All right, you know what? We're just gonna let that sit and start doing the other one. Oops. God damn it. I can't hold on to shit. Do I ever use effects for the base? Like I said, I use blood effects. I keep a lot of bases pretty simple. These bases are very, like, easy because it's just, like, a bunch of plastic and then you don't have to do as much work. But, like, these, I'll add rocks and stuff, too. I do have one of my most complex bases right here next to me, and it's my Necron's version, and it's a water effect to make it look like he stepped into a puddle thinking, oh, it's a puddle. This mere puddle won't slow me down. And then he sunk down all the way to his knees. So this is one thing that does get pretty effect heavy. And it needs to be dusted. And it's supposed to be dirty water, so I mixed up a batch of dirty Vallejo effects water. And did that. That's like the only time I've used crazy amount of effects to like some really, really good looks. To me, at least. I got a little bit of excess on here. Ooh. That's all right. Oh, TikTok's super easy, by the way. TikTok, crazy easy platform. You know all the brain rot I've posted of, like, how to play Warhammer, where it's just the credit card thing, explaining how a credit card reader works, everything like that? Yeah, that has, like, 15,000 views. Actually, let me check it. In 2 days, or in 3 days. Also, the TikTok name is the exact same as the regular name. I've almost had 3,000 likes on things, and let me add it up. 3, 4, 3, 8,000, 2,000, so that's 10. That's 17. So, like, almost 30,000 views on TikTok alone. And I was just all like, I'm going to post these and, like, not think about them. And there's things that I haven't, like, threw it over yet. There's, like, certain things that I haven't added over yet. Anyone know if the Inquisitorial Agents is a good combat patrol? If you like Inquisitorial Agents, it's all unique models. And I gotta think of something else about it. It's always going to be a discount. No matter what a combat patrol is, it's going to technically be a discount no matter what. But, like, you gotta like the thing that you're gonna be grabbing anyways. I don't know, like, points values or anything like that. There's that. Mostly want it because you can make 2 kill teams from it. I didn't know you. Oh my god, you can make 2 kill teams from that. I didn't even know that. It also has the best assassin. Fight me. It has the best assassin in the box. The Evasaur. It is my favorite assassin. Imperial Agents is the redheaded stepchild of Warhammer, though. Actually, I've got another content creator. Oh, he doesn't talk about Imperial Agents as much as he's a Sisters of Battle player and a Death Watch guy. But he just talks like the actual game of 40K. But I was just like, Imperial Agents isn't like a crazy played faction either. It's not like played crazy amounts. It's always like, fuck it. Let's just take an Imperial Agents list. Let's see what we can do. Oh, then it goes really good sometimes. That's the crazy part. It's like a fuck it kind of list, and then they win the tournament. Oops. Crack grenade. Can they run knights? Yes. They can run with knights. Okay. I'm working too far back. Let me move you guys like here, because I keep just pulling it slowly off screen, and I in the back of my head I know I'm doing it. I'm like slowly taking away what you can see. There we go. I'll just have to do 2 layers of it since it's too thin still. It's incredibly frustrating. Oh, this color isn't working! You don't understand anti-tank complaints, then? Run some armigers. So, knights can be allied in with anything that's, They can be ran with anything that is imperial. So you can always technically ally knights. It's whether or not you want to deal with it. Also, they can take sisters and kill teams. And you can run anti-tank you can run anti-tank and kill teams. There we go. Okay, this is starting to actually work better now. Finally. I also haven't really looked much into Imperial Agents, so I'm talking out of my ass just a little bit. Just because I don't know the army hardly at all. Because when I play Deathwatch, I'm not playing Imperial Agents. I'm playing Space Marines, but black. And different chapters. Because Deathwatch has the in the rules, Deathwatch has the Space Marines Deathwatch, and they have the Imperial Agents Deathwatch. One is just Space Marines but painted Deathwatch, which example what I do, and then the other is kill teams, and they're set up to be specifically ran with them. Okay. Come on. There we go. Helmet, that's what I was going to paint. Take care, Nelson. Have a good one at work, brother. Hopefully it's not terrible. Please paint. Please work with me. Okay. I hate it when I'm just all like, please work. Me looking at YouTube trying to see if they're gonna push any of the videos. Please, YouTube, please work. Please do it. Perfect. Okay, done. So all we got left are the arms and the guns. Let me re-prep the ball of clay. Alright, so let's start with the metallic. I might make the sergeant of these regular intercessors. I might make him a mortifactor, because I can still take his head off and redo it. And it wouldn't be that hard to do, to kit bash, just because all I could do is just peel it apart, and that's not hard to do. That's why you don't glue some push fit minis until they're built. Sub-assembly painting superior forever. If you don't agree with me, paint a fully built knight then. I want to see you paint a fully built knight. Could you imagine? You just have, like, not even a knight armature, but like a Castellus knight, and you're just painting it fully built. Like, oh fucking bro, this shit sucks. That would be so difficult. So many nooks and crannies. Alright. $2,000 and I'll paint a fully built knight. Oh, I'm gonna have to do 2 layers. Okay. I don't know if anyone else has this fucking problem. Where you paint red on black, you always have to do 2 layers. I still don't know why the fuck I have to deal with this problem. I hate it. I hate it so much. I always have to do 2 layers. Always. I almost grabbed metallic. It's incredibly frustrating. 2,000 wouldn't be, $2,000 wouldn't be enough to paint a fully built knight. It'd be enough for me to do it. No oil princes here, though. Thank God. Chikari level torture. Could you imagine trying to handle it and paint it like, oh, I've got to paint the underside of his arm, or like, because his head has to be on too. So you're like, okay, I'm gonna try to paint his head. And it's just fucking miserable the entire time. Oh god, dude, that'd be so bad. Although, you would have proof that you've done it and be like, I'm the only one who's ever done this. Because everyone else would be like, why? Why the fuck did you do that to yourself? Masochism. And money. I didn't realize, like, a lot of the random successor chapters are from the White Dwarf magazine. every neck vertebrae would be gone. No, my posture's pretty good. So, like, when I'm sitting and painting, I'm looking down, and that's about it. I don't have to, like, gamer neck it. Also, I swear to God, dude, I'm gonna get a gamer subs. At some point, they're gonna answer my shit and be like, "Okay, yeah, brother." Please, please let me be the part of the program. Also, I'm going to definitely use those for the 24-hour paint stream. I am not looking for that. I'm not looking forward to the 24-hour combat patrol stream. I'm not ordering the combat patrol this week, so I will have to order it next week. But, it's gonna be. As soon as it shows up, I'm gonna be like, okay, because not only am I going to kit bash every single one of those minis, it's going to take forever to do so. So to do all of the Dark Angels combat patrol kit bashed in 24 hours, it's gonna be so hard. It's gonna be so hard. How long have you been painting models for? Recently thought about getting some models for Christmas. So I'm here to see what it's like. Okay. Don't look at what I'm currently painting. 1. 2. Currently, depending on what you mean, what you want, the current getting started combat patrols are really good. It comes with some of the minis you've seen me paint. That one, for characters, and then it comes with like the land speeder and these intercessors and the Vanguard vets. And it comes with GW paints. I don't use a whole lot of GW paints. That's more personal preference. But as someone who hasn't painted yet, this is the first mini I ever painted. I always show it off when somebody talks about not painting minis before, because you got to know where I started, because this is where you'll start. You'll actually probably start better than this. And follow the instructions on building. That's how you end up with something that's not correct. But it's very rough, very, very rough. There's things that that are like not great, in all honesty. I use a lot of Vallejo. Vallejo, I'm not sponsored, by the way, by anything. Vallejo Pro Acrylic, which is Monument Hobbies. And I do use some GW paints, but those are my main ones. Army Painter Speed Paints are also really good. This is an Army Painter Speed Paint Marine, except for the dark green spots. Those are not Army Painter, but like all the light green, that's Army Painter Speed Paint. The skin tone for my orcs is Army Painter as well. I need to get more Army Painter skin. I need to get more. Hold on a second. I just see a spot that I missed. Where's my green? Where's my green? So, like, it all just depends. It depends. Speed paints are very, very easy, but they're very watery, too. And they can be kind of a pain to deal with, but it's also an easier way to paint your minis. There's ups and downs of every paint brand and, like, whatever you choose to use. Where the fuck? Oh, it's right here. But I use, for instance, let me shake it up before I actually drip some out. So, like, for instance, this is my skin tone for orcs. I airbrush my orcs white, and then I paint the green spots, and then I go back in. I see 2 spots that I missed. But speed paints can be very, very fickle. As in, they're super watery, so if you get them somewhere where they're not supposed to be, it's kind of a pain to clean them up sometimes, especially with red. But you're going to see me use red for eye lenses, I use copper, and then I do red for eye lenses. It's very, very nice. The new Ultramarine starter set. Terrain is really cool. You're currently building it? Oh, the new Ultimate starter set. Oh, okay. Those are out? Hold on. I thought they were still only in pre-orderable. Oh. Oh, they... Bro. Who... Who do you know? Where you have starter set terrain already. The push fit starter set terrain. Unless you're talking about the old one. If you're going... Yeah, don't get like the new starter. Don't get the old starter set. Get the new one. Everyone and their mother has the old starter set. Because the new one comes with all the... But it doesn't come with paint. That's the problem. If you don't have any paint, then you want to start with something with paint. Oh, you work at one of the stores. Send me shit, bro. What are you doing? Get the store to sponsor me. Get a random series store to sponsor me. That's a joke. Did I just put paint on my face? Maybe. Gold. Mix it. There we go. The combat patrols are really... Yes, the combat patrols are really good because it comes with paint. It's a really good deal for the amount that you're also spending. Because you get everything you need to actually paint the models. And then you get enough models to play Combat Patrol. Which is like 40k light. GGW still doesn't make primer and pots for beginners? Yeah. Yeah. That's why I have an airbrush, is so I could do primers. So I prime all my models black, except for certain models that need to be primed white. I go off of the color of the final paint job. So if, for instance, this is Deathwatch, so obviously I'm going to prime it black because that's 90% of the color. Orcs, my orc paint jobs are super bright, so they get primed white because I know they're going to be super bright. This is going to get no oil washed. It's a little bit too bright. I want to darken it up. My Krieg are in brighter colors to some degree, so they also get primed white. Not only that, it makes the leather look super fantastic, especially the way I do my leather, watered down. The only thing I don't prime white or there's a moth right here. Get the fuck out of here, moth. The only thing I don't prime white is specifically Night Lords. I prime them this metallic color. This is Vallejo Silver, and then I hit it all with no oil before I do all my lightning bolts and everything. I hit it with no oil, so it creates these like dark silver colors to them. And then we did the blood cape. The blood cape? The skinny blood cape. The skin blood cape. The skinny blood cape. So yeah. No, they definitely need to make primer for beginners. I definitely agree with that. Oh, sorry, I'm itching. I don't know why I've been so itchy lately. It's probably because it's just been hot and dry skin. But yes, I would highly, highly recommend, if you like Space Marines, get the Space Marines starter box. Or if you like orcs, get the orc starter box. I will actually be picking up another starter box. I will be picking up the one with the lieutenant and that in it, just because I like the lieutenant, and I 5 extra intercessors are always nice. That means 5 more bodies that I could build, 5 more things I could make, that kind of stuff. Oh, yay, I get to do my leather work. I kind of forgot I was going to do that. But, like, I would also say pick your favorite Space Marine chapter. I don't have a favorite Space Marine chapter because I love World Eaters, so hence Deathwatch. That and Deathwatch is truly something I've actually really liked. The uniqueness of the Deathwatch is very, very drawing. Although it does make painting models like this, where it's supposed to be a banner bearer, and I'm like, this isn't a Deathwatch banner. I have thought about cutting the banner off and using 3D printed Deathwatch banners instead. But this banner's too good to do that too. This is blue tack. That is what that is. And as you see, I'm going back and doing touch-ups when I shouldn't be. Because if I fuck it up, I'm going to be very mad at myself. Okay, I didn't fuck it up. And there's that. But yeah, no, Deathwatch have become my favorite throughout painting and the uniqueness of every Marine. If I wanted to make like a super dope salamander guy, I could do it. If I wanted to make like a non-super dope salamander guy, I could do it. You got the Royal Court. It was in stock? I'm kind of surprised. Kind of surprised it was in stock. Okay. Then all we have to do left is the bright color. Okay. One arm done. Fuck. I hate it when they do this. What would you say? Oh, yeah. Space Wolves would be the best if the rules were encouraged to finish Wolf Hordes. Just got some the other day. Usually it's a online only thing. Also, I've continued to try to get an affiliate link with them. I have yet to hear anything back. I'm starting to get kind of mad about it. Because I've emailed them. I'm like, hey, look, is your stuff working? Because y'all ain't sending me emails. I'm starting to think they're racist. This is a joke. I will state that this is a joke. I probably shouldn't be saying that. I'm going to retract my statement. They're racist against Deathwatch players. There you go. That makes 0 sense. I'm never going to get that affiliate link now. Stream's done. Click. Just fucking close stream down. Erase all the evidence. No, I don't. I've fucking tried so hard to get them to respond to me, and they haven't. And I'm like, bro, you guys fucking suck. Why? It's OnlyFans? No. No. No OnlyFans for me. I've always wanted to do the joke of an OnlyFans, and it's just me sitting on a bed going, "I'm proud of you, son." just to like fuck with people. Or it's like, it's just a video where it's all like, the words you'll never hear, and it's "I'm proud of you," and that's just the only thing that's ever posted. I've always stated that as a joke. I want to do that. Obviously, I never will. Well, no, things your dad didn't show you actually teaches you stuff, though. The OnlyFans thing would be for, like, the models. Everyone else who's on OnlyFans. The one thing your dad never said to you, "I'm proud of you." Yeah, that's working. Perfect. Oh, dude, my stomach is saying, "Hey, fuck face, get ready to eat." That's all right. We'll get both these done in time. I have to paint this arm, do the gold, and the I almost said Geiger counter, the other stuff to that, and then we'll be out of the 5 Space Marines I got ready to paint. They'll be done. I'm kind of actually super happy about that. Knocking these out is feeling good. Getting them done. Also, getting to paint today. So, like, I talked about it earlier. I didn't do anything really on my 2 days off. I just, like, relaxed and caught up on sleep. And I was just all like, oh, so nice. So I was excited to stream again. I'm always excited to stream after the break that I always set up. I do that for myself because I'll burn myself out. I know I'll just burn out, like, just doing constant streams and content. Like, when I was streaming every day, and all of a sudden there'd be, like, 3 days where I'm like, I just can't. It's I realized why a lot of people don't stream every day unless they do it full time. Just because it's not that streaming's hard. I work a full-time job. So, like, unless you're doing it full-time, I don't see how the fuck you could do it part-time and stream every day. Hence the reason why I was like, you know what, 2 days. 2 days a week are for me to not stream. And oftentimes I usually work on videos and stuff then. This is the 1 week I did not do that. This is Panaline Accent Color Black, by the way. You're going to wonder what that is. That is to just fill in little recesses and stuff. And you're going to watch me actually go back and repaint over it after it dries. Because it's spilled out. Okay, fuck waiting for it to dry, I guess. I'll just do it now. Okay. Let's do the copper for the bullets. I always do my bullets in copper. Let me get those out of the way because I can feel them. No! Damn brush. I need a finer tipped brush. I will say that's probably like the biggest pain is getting brushes that are really good and want to work with you every single time. It's probably the hardest thing to do. As I go to specifically fix the tip of a brush. Okay. Actually, I forgot to paint the other half of this top. I'm gonna hit the blue spot now. Please paint, work with me. Just want this button to be reddish. A little bit more paint on my brush would be fantastic. That's fine. We'll go back and touch up what we just fucked up. As I fuck up more. It's fine. It's not really mess up. It's an opportunity to have a steadier hand. Again. There we go. Alright. I have to still hit the backside of this. Paint this spot, and then we'll do the actual prayer sheet. How long stream been going? Yeah, I kind of figured this would be 2 hours-ish. Because we'll probably actually, as soon as we're done painting everything, we'll probably just go ahead and make up the bases real quick. I don't know why there's a prayer sheet there. That's kind of a bitch. Okay, let's hit this spot real quick. This is going to be very much a pain in my ass. I have an idea. I have an idea of how to do this. It's either going to go really good or it's going to not be good at all. It's going to be one way or the other. There's going to be no in between for this. A wash? What do you mean? What? Are you saying do a wash for the screen? That's kind of what I'm going to do. It's kind of the plan. They're spoiling it. Oh, I should do it red. I'm going to do it red instead of green. Because I know the red's going to look good no matter what. You've seen a lot of people do it. Kind of what I'm going to do, but you'll see. I don't quite do it like everyone else. Thin to paint to transparent, use it like no oil. Well, I'm going to have to thin shit because I have Army Painter speed paints, which are basically a wash. They are contrast paints, is specifically what they're called. But it's basically what you're thinking of. Also, I apologize for smacking my microphone there. Okay. So, let's get some gold. Just gonna do the skull. We're gonna take the excess paint off the skull. And then that panel line accent color black that we used earlier, we'll use to fill in all the lettering. Pink contrast thinned out to use on Tyranid skin. Maybe I do the same thing. Except for that's magenta. That's like a homemade color. Alright. Quick hit. Quick hit. Why is this not spreading downwards? Thank you. There's excess in there. No Slaanesh worship here. And then... boop. Okay. There we go. Let's not dip that brush into my water, please. The fuck am I doing? I'm dipping it like... Ow, my elbow. We're actually just going to leave this entirely silver. We're going to do classic Deathwatch Pauldron, which has no gold on it at all. Perfect. So that's actually done. Dude, I'm like, excuse me. I'm like 90% sure that they just stay completely silver. We'll double check. We'll double check because they have this really, really bad upgrade kit that needs to be $10. Because this upgrade kit is not $17, my ass. Okay, so okay, nope, I was wrong. We do need to do the skulls gold. So I was doing it correctly. There's that one. These Deathwatch pauldrons are totally 100% 3D printed, by the way. Educated on paint techniques these last 2 weeks than every art class you've had. Funnily enough, I haven't watched a YouTube video for painting tutorials other than one time, and I didn't even do it the way they did it. So all of the stuff, all the like little techniques you've seen me do, totally self-learned, self-taught, except for the red thing that I was talking about. I looked up kind of like a way to do a red metallic for my red Corsairs specifically, and then it was like 18 steps, and I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. I was able to simplify it down to a 2-step process, and then doing an extra step to just add darkening spots to do like this maroon dark red. It's almost bright on the screen, but it's like the same color as this. So if you have any of these army painter mats, it's the same color as that. It's just candy apple red. That was kind of the main goal. Here's another one that I have that might be a little bit brighter. And then you can see like the dark spots from the null oil. I definitely did not paint any of the ammo in that. That's alright, he's not based, he's not done. That's how that works. Okay, so that's done. And we should be set to do this. So I'm going to need bloody red, the army painter. As long as that copper's dry, we'll be okay. We'll just soak up the blood red. We'll soak up extra blood red paint because I want it to be extra thick. There we go. And then we'll let that dry. And then what you do afterwards is you hit it with gloss. Speaking of letting it dry, and while we have the blood red out, eye lenses. I did the exact same thing. Put copper underneath, do an eye lens, and then hit it with a gloss. And that's how you end up with these bright eye lenses. I really should probably go back and go around that eye lens with silver, but fuck you. That's difficult to do, and that'll probably more than likely just make it so I paint over the red instead, and I don't want to deal with it. So I get a brush tip ready, and then immediately put too much paint in there. There we go. And if you spill with speed paint, like if you go outside your initial painting lines, it's perfectly fine as long as you're painting on black. That is literally a fact. Army speed painter doesn't work on anything other than white-based models. So you could just dab like I just did to make it quick and easy, and then go back and touch up around it if you really feel like it. But yeah, look at how perfect that is. That's like a glowing red, which is exactly what I was wanting. So we can go ahead and put a lot of these guys mostly together. Actually, okay, so I will show you how we do this. So if you have paint on a model and you try to glue it with your plastic glue, you're gonna have problems. And this is where a little hobby knife comes into good practice. A lot of times I will just throw paint on it because I'm trying to do it quick, and I'm kind of lazy sometimes about this. But you're going to want to scratch some of this excess paint off. Be careful doing it. Then be careful where you're putting the paint, because the paint, or the glue will peel paint as well. You could also just super glue it. You definitely could just do that as well. Well, I forgot to paint leather right there. Yes, that is not what I do. I subassembly paint because it's easy. It's easy. You're able to get everything you want to painted. Can we please get the arm to go where it's supposed to be? Yeah. I've got everything set right. Why is his head turned in the opposite direction? Why is this so weird? It's terrible idea at first. But it was your first time doing it? Ah, yeah. Your first time never goes well. I'm just going to super glue it. It's going to be easy. You need to be careful if you're going to have a brush around super glue, because it'll destroy your brush as soon as it touches it. Although, the downside to super glue is if you drop the model after it's been glued, and that gets shot off in a random direction, you're never going to find them again. Why does this arm look so fucked? You know what? His arm looks really fucked. Oh, no, these are push-fit models. These are the new Armageddon box, so they're all push-fit minis. So I'm actually more or less dealing with that problem. AKA doing what I'm doing right now. Because the arm wasn't going to be lined up. Victory brings immortality! The arm isn't going to be lined up properly because something is all fucked up with this, so I got to do a lot of trimming. I did test fit this beforehand, but for some reason it's not lining up properly. And thanks for the sub. Alright, let's try that again. Let's test fit. Okay. Where's my glue? I'm tired of this thing just spinning. This power pack is just sitting on his back and spinning constantly. Together with the push fit, so you can fully assemble with push fit and then disassemble to paint. That's actually what I did with 90% of these. Okay. There we go. That's better. That's much better. You cut angles on the pegs and added glue in the holes, which made them fit nicely. Yes, but that makes it permanent. But you learned for the next ones. That is true, though. But not all of them are push fit. Only the starter box stuff is usually push fit. And some combat patrols. There we go. Look at how good that lens turned out. A little bit of gloss, which is not going to happen this morning, will help bring up some brightness out of there. I saw a spot that I missed. Okay, one down. Actually, we can go ahead and throw him on the base because he's a push fit boy, so he can go push fit on his base. Like I said, a little bit of gloss on his eyes. Just a little blue dot to give it a little bit of different color. And yeah. Oh, I forgot the other blue dots. Okay, set that aside. Dude, this motherfucking thing just constantly spinning, I hate it. Yeah, I fucking hate it. Also, you see me actually like handling my minis. Why is this not? You actually see me handling my minis. Me handling my minis with my fingers will create natural wear spots, which look like proper edge highlighting. Like you can see it right there on his left foot. If my camera wants to focus, there you go. You can see like gray, black going to gray, and that's perfect like wear down, natural wear down. I didn't have to paint shit. It's just natural. Just wanted them to get painted so you could play. You can always play without painting them. If they're push fit Marines, you can straight up play without painting them. That's the nice thing about push fit, is you do not have to paint them necessarily in order to play. Oh, fuck. Alright, time to sacrifice a brush. I just got super glue everywhere. Oh my god, that definitely went in the garbage can, and I didn't miss it by a quarter mile. This is why I have some dollar store brushes, just in case I have to work and do touch up near super glue. Then I don't ruin a good brush. Your 10 points, though, I never include the 10 points. Whoever wants to be like, your army's not painted, so you don't get your extra 10 points. Fuck that person, dude. Fuck that person. Screw him. And let's give him some light. There we go. 5 done. 5 more to go. Let me... Yep. There we go. I don't have any of the other ones airbrushed and prepared. I airbrush prime all my minis. That's just the way I do it. Here, we'll put some of the characters behind them. The White Chaplain was a terrible idea. No, it wasn't that bad. It was a pain, though. It kind of was a pain to do. And then I'll show off at least one of my really good minis. I don't have my Judiciar here for my best kit bash, but I'll show you one of the harder minis to paint that I've painted. And I say harder, it was just harder because I had to freehand. I've actually kind of had it spoiled. It's this motherfucker. This is a Chaos Lord. It is a Horse Heresy mini originally. It's Chaos Lord. And I got bullied into freehanding stuff on it, which includes freehanding this entire cape. If you were here and you were a part of bullying me into this, fuck you. It also started Freehand Fridays, so not fuck you. And then, of course, we added some like random stuff and everything like that to this. But it took the better part of 4 hours to paint that cape. If I remember correctly, it took like 4 hours to paint the cape. But that is going to be it for now. I appreciate everyone for stopping by this morning. I try to do these early streams because YouTube wants me to stream at 4 o'clock in the morning for some reason. It pushes the stream like crazy. Don't know why it does that. Stream schedule's listed in the description if you want to catch another stream. That is all Central Daylight Time. For I live near, well, I live in the same time zone as Chicago. And anything else I need to say? You can become a member today, and for 99 cents, and you will get access to videos early and ad-free for those videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe, do all the good YouTube stuff. Anything else before I go figure out what the fuck I'm making for breakfast? Anything? Nope. Other than that, though, I will see you guys either. I probably won't do a lunchtime stream just because I know I got a lot of stuff to take care of at work, but I will see either you at 6:30 p.m. Central Daylight Time, because that's another time YouTube will push the stream. And if not, then I will see you in the next one or the next short, because we'll probably do a short right after this. I said I was going to base these. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it later. I'm fucking hungry. So until then, bye.